Nothing that can't come back is Derrick is going to constantly harass this Neath now. Sitting at level 5 along with Barracuda at 5. They have complete control of this lane now.
Meanwhile, Dual Lane, both ADCs already have full Heartseeker build, and so now we're going to start seeing the battle of who's going to have the better ADC build and who's going to have those Heartseeker stacks first. And they're both playing the waiting game of just hitting that last, getting that last hit.
Yeah,
denying the other one gold.
Derrick able to slightly zone out some experience here. Just gonna do too much damage with Tablet Assault. Barracuda's gonna be able to dash in if they look for to try to get gold, and once again he's gonna group it up. Dual lane probably going to be passive here. Neath is a very safe god, and I think most of the action we're going to be seeing now is going to be at these mid harpies, which are spawning soon. Once again, though, Minipern is running into Anister. Anister knows, trying to cut him off, but Minipern is going to ox away this time. He's not having any of it. He's not going to fall for the same trick twice, as there's 4 players at these left harpies for Cognitive.
Yeah, and that's, that's what the meta is starting to evolve to. We're seeing a lot of teams really put an all-out effort into contesting these mid camps. Excuse me. Especially, considering how much gold they just overall offer. You don't want to give that up to the opposing jungler and to the opposing team, as Minipern's actually going to take a lot of damage here, getting 3 charges as well as quite a few archer shots here put onto him. So he's going to have to be a little careful, and it's probably going to have to back.
Yeah, we might have something engaged going into the right. A great stun coming out from Super Little Creeper, but he is going to get the Fearless and Power Cleave knock up on Aurora, but the healing is too much. A snipe comes out on Aurora, he's about half-life. Now getting protections and damage reduced by Derrick. Derrick elects not to die this, but they are going to steal the blue, and a free blue buff, I'm sure they'll take it. Oh, but a cage happens. They're going to try to kill Omega here on Raw. Misses a couple autos. Not much he can do. We see the Lawbringer from Anister. Thought they would continue that fight, but they elect not to. Now we're actually sitting at a 1k lead, and now it's starting to matter. The 500 was okay. That was simply first blood. But now they're out farming them by 500. But we do see MLC Stealth getting dove in the middle. Oh, but a missed cudgel. But the last ghost is going to tick. A great kill coming out on mid lane.
And that was a very good kill by Zhonghui. It definitely put him back in a spot to where he's now a little bit better off competing with the Zeus. He's now about 200 gold ahead of the Zeus. And that's really going to help him out, especially when you consider what kind of damage that this god can put out if you're not careful. And so now he'll be able to safely heal as well as compete with, Zeus in the long run. And one thing we haven't talked about actually is the response of Zeus in the event of a Odin ultimate. I mean, while yes, we talked about how Zhonghui can benefit a Odin ultimate, let's talk about how dangerous it is for Odin to accidentally trap some of his teammates in there while Zeus is around.
Yeah, you have to be very careful, but I'd like to think Aurora is playing at a high enough level to know when to drop his ult, and when, if he drops it at a wrong time, able to instantly... oh, but look at left lane. The stun's going to come out onto Barracuda. He's going to mess out, getting almost killing here the Neath, but they're going to back off. That was a lot of damage. I don't think Failure by Design was expecting the damage coming out there, and once again, Bear showing why he's so good hitting all those auto attacks.
Yeah, and one thing you have to recognize here is that the support has been gone for a long time for Barracuda, so he's just naturally getting a lot more farm and a lot more experience than the Neath on the opposing team, because he's been just, kind of doing it all on his own. You look over at the gold difference, and it's reaching a little bit over 300.
Look at this top lane, though. We actually see Aurora get his buff stolen. We actually see MLC Stealth also very low in the back. The ghosts are out. We're going to see Failure by Design dove. Aurora also dove. Aurora is going to fall. But in the back lane, Zeus is being chased. Going to be picked up by Minipern this time. And now they're going to look to keep fighting. No, they're going to steal the blue. Zhonghui does not have his ult available, and there's nothing he can do, frankly. A 1-for-1, a stolen red, a stolen blue. Another positive trade coming out for Cognitive Gaming there.
Yeah, definitely a strong showing by Cognitive Gaming right now, especially after the last game. They didn't want to, give any impression that they're dejected or feeling down from last game. You look at the gold numbers right now, it's starting to push closer and closer towards 1.5k, and that's a very small lead difference right now, but they have progressively been, bumping it up just another notch, bumping it up just another notch, just taking their little advantages here and there, whether it be a kill here or mid camp there. And actually now, speaking of mid camps, it looks like both of which are going to the members of Down to Frag.
Yeah, and they actually got both last time as well. But no, Zeus is having none of it. The detonate's going. I couldn't tell. I could not tell who took it. I don't know if the expose evil or the detonate stole those. I believe it was detonate, though. We actually see Guan rotating in on this, and we do see actually Mini Pern gonna get one stack, and that's going to be it, as Dare to Care and Stealth are going to scare off Mini Pern, but that should be a stun there. Yeah. Some great poke, though, coming out from Zeus right now, not allowing Mini Pern to roam now that he's taken all that damage. And I want to take a look at this dual lane. Right now, it's a 1v1. Both players are, both supports have been roaming heavily, and now Barracuda, he was getting beat early last game pretty hard. Now, not only holding his own, but actually leading in this solo lane. And another stolen buff.
Barracuda is definitely a very strong Apollo player, and so it doesn't matter who you really throw up against him, he knows how to handle it in that situation, and he can just be a real animal if you just give him the time. Meanwhile, Tier's going to try and fearless charge Jean-Qui, who's going to go ahead and pop his ultimate, and now Jean-Qui is getting chased, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to survive, actually, and he will indeed go down while Paulo rotated over here just for safe measure, and now they're all grouped up here on this mid tower, and they might go ahead and try and put a lot of poke damage onto it, if not go ahead and take it as they turn their attention over to Mini Pern and actually will pick up that kill. So now it's a 2-for-0 exchange, and it looks like a tower.
Yeah, there wasn't anything that Rambozo could do there. He went so deep trying to kill Stealth that he fell, and in turn, Mini Pern fell trying to defend the tower. Nothing he could do there, and this is going to be a rotation to Gold Fury, and this is going to be... we're almost seeing the opposite of what happened last time, in that Down to Frag took an early lead and then forced stuff. This time we're going to see Cognitive take the early lead and force stuff. They're going to take Gold Fury, and that's going to be a 4,700 gold lead, 5,300 experience lead. Right now, Mini Pern is sitting at 1 kill, 2 deaths. We have Rambozo at 1 kill, 1 death, and that's really all they've got going for them. Once again, Mini Pern having half the kills on the team. Last time I believe it was almost all of them, and while it's good that he is securing these, it's not going to the carries that need to take them.
Yeah, and that's just the way Mini Pern has been playing lately. As we saw him in these last few games, he's really been the person who's actually been securing the kills. And while last game that worked out very well for them, this game they might want to try a little bit harder to get those kills onto their serious damage dealers, especially Rambozo, who as a Jean-Qui can do a lot of damage. I definitely am interested in the MLC build that he's going for so far. He went for cooldown boots and then immediately into Bancroft's talent. Now, when I first saw that trinket, I was wondering, well, wait, is he going for an early Polynomicon maybe? But instead, he elected to go ahead and pick up the Bancroft talent, which does quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, Polynomicon this early really doesn't make any sense at all. You're only going to be hitting for about 100 on it. Your magic power isn't that high. There's no reason to rush it until you get an item tree. But we actually see Dare to Care get stunned out after Tower Assault. We actually see Tier going to blink in, going to misses. Neath is going to backflip again. But Cognitive Gaming is just owning. But we do see a fight here. A great blink and Odin ultimate coming out, trapping Stealth and Anister. Recall Demons is going out. MLC Stealth getting very low. We're actually going to see Miniature try to dive him his... I don't think he's going to make it, though. He is going to chase, but he is going to fall to the hands of Stealth in the backline. Now Dare to Care getting very low. It's only a 1-for-0 trade as the rest of the backline on both teams elected to back off there. And that's going to be the end of it.
Yeah, now it looks like they're wanting to try and kind of push a little bit onto this tower. I don't know if they exactly have the health to back up pushing this tower as much as they might, but at the same time, it doesn't look like Down to Frag wants to oppose them too strongly.
Yeah, not a very kind of... Oh, but we do see a blink coming. We're going to see beats activated by Neath, but Rambozo can do nothing about Barracuda's auto attacks, and once again, Neath is also going to fall to the auto attacks. I believe it was Barracuda who picked it up. we're actually going to see Aurora jump out there, realizing he can't do anything. Mini Prince walking up. He has no ult available, though. 1 stack's going to get messed up. 2 stacks, 3 stacks, going to get stunned now, but Detonate's not up. Now it is. They're going to take 2 towers now, and Down to Frag is just continuously losing members one by one in these fights, and Raw and Afro are kind of just having their own game. Neither of these guys have rotated at all, and look at that damage, though, coming out from back off.
Yeah, again, we mentioned it last game. Because of the builds that Aphrodite goes for, especially right now with the Doom Orb, she's just able to put out so much damage. And actually, after the Doom Orb in level 1 boots, she hasn't been back yet, so we're probably going to see finished boots by the time she returns back to base.
Yeah, she's going to finish those. She's going to get that Heavenly Agility. And, oh, excuse me, I was looking at Raw. My mistake, she's still in lane. But once again, Snoopy's little Cupid has been left alone. But this time, they don't have the lead. It's actually complete role reversal, as Cognitive Gaming right now at 14 minutes is sitting at an 8,300 gold lead, a 10k experience lead. I believe that is most notably on the no, it's just about generally 2 to 3 levels on everyone at this point. No one's really shining out that they're super far behind or super far ahead.
Yeah, right now Cognitive as a whole is playing very fluidly, getting a lot of objectives and doing things as a unit, as opposed to let's all just boast up this one player. I mean, while yes, Barracuda does have the most kills on his team, MLC Stealth has 2 kills of his own as well as 3 assists, so he's been a part of a lot. And even Dare to Care and Anister all have a kill and a lot of assists here. So you look throughout the team, and you know the only one who's not sharing kills and assists is Omega, and that's because he's playing RPG solo farm lane with Aphrodite off in the back.
Yeah, not much either of them to do, as Cog is going to force another tower, and that's going to be only 2 towers left, and they're looking for blood. We're going to see the blink onto Ramboza. The power cleave combo is going to keep him in the air, and there's not much he can do. He's almost 1 hit away. The snipe is barely going to miss, but Anderson's going to finish it with an auto attack. Under mid tower, though, we do see a dive. Dare to Care in cavalry charge. Aurora's going to lock in Stealth, but the tower is on Dare to Care. We're going to see Stealth finish off Aurora. Just too much damage at this point. And we actually Dare to Care going very hard in the backline. Now 3v1. The root is going to miss. He's getting chased, but now the rest of Cog is here after taking that tower. We see multiple stacks come out. No one's 3 stacked though. And now they're going to go for the right tower. Just to note, Gold Fury is available and Fire Giant, and both can be done right now. But look in mid lane, actually Stealth getting left alone. Mini Pern's going to chase him. I think this is actually the real Mini Pern. Will the detonate come up? It does. One more auto attack and chain lighting, but a great heal, and Averall is going to keep him alive there. Snoopy's little Cupid making the plays to keep his support alive.
Yeah, we saw last game. Snoopy's little Cupid definitely did a lot of good things with Aphrodite, so no surprise there. But in response to this Aphrodite, look over at that Guan Yu second active. Weakening Curse. They said, nope, we do not want to deal with your shenanigans, Aphrodite. Take your heals elsewhere.
And Down to Frag positioning around Fire Giant. I think they're going to go for it, because I think they believe that Cognitive is going for Gold Fury. Cognitive has gone for nothing, though. Do they have a ward? I think they had a ward. Yep. It's going to come in. We're going to see the raw side. It's getting very low. It's not low enough for kill range yet, and now it is a great knock-up, though, by Anderster. Down to Frag is going to secure that, but at what cost? 5-0. That is game.
I'm smelling an F6.
F6 or not, this game is over. Anderster came in. He fearless power cleaved 3 members just as the kill range for the Fire Giant came in, and just kept them CC'd. Anderster doing so much damage to them because of how big he is, and that was game. Good job. Down to Frag had to take a risk, being down about 8 to 10. I believe it was 10k at the time. Just didn't work out for them now.
I mean, you know, they saw that they were down, they saw that they were disadvantaged, and so they wanted to try and take, you know, a large objective to kind of even out the scaling back into the game. But all in all, just like not able to completely.
Mini Prince in chat, I believe. Can you talk? You were kind of cutting out there, Shadow.
Yeah, I just fixed it. But yeah,
okay.
Ultimately they just weren't able to finish off the Fire Giant safely. There was wards around the Fire Giant, so it was a good effort. It was a good thought, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, but, we see Mini Per in the chat there. Worth got FG. I don't know about Worth, but